Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well this morning. It's Friday morning, cold and rainy here in Georgia, but that's okay. It's nice and warm and dry in the shop. So today is day 3 of the Briarcliff job, and it's technically day 3. I've worked on this vanity for parts of the previous 2 days, so you can do the math on that if you want. As you can see, I'm making some decent progress. Got all the casework done. But I'm keeping that, it's a heavy 1/8 inch gap there. I'm keeping that gap typical everywhere. But you can see on this end panel, I'm keeping that same gap across the floor, up this rail or stile, and then it'll be the same gap between the countertop and the top of that. I was working on these 2 large drawer fronts yesterday when it was time to go home. So these, you can see, it's just pre-glued white oak edge band. And so depending on the budget that the homeowner has, I will, if I don't know better, I will offer them at least the alternative. They can do the pre-glued edge band for one price, little upcharge. I'll do an 1/8 inch thick solid wood edge on it. It ends up looking about the same, but some people want the hardwood edge, some people don't care. You know, they know we've been doing edge banding, iron on edge banding for decades, so you know that doesn't bother them. Other people feel like you're cheating if you do that, so I give them the option, and I assure them that both are acceptable, both are quality. And but then I just give them the option. These people. Now another little tip, and I'm sure you guys are doing something similar, but you notice I've got these shims here. These are labeled number 2. Anytime I'm hanging doors or fitting drawer fronts, I keep these shims with me, and what the number 2 means is that it's an 1/8 inch thick shim. But I've got a bunch of these in all different sizes that I keep with me. I keep them in my installation kit, and they range from number 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got some 5s in here somewhere. And what these are shims that I made a long time ago. Size 1 is 1/16 all the way up through 5/16. I've never done a gap bigger than 5/16. If it is, you can just eyeball that. But I keep those with me, and that way I can make sure that every single gap is the same, and that's important on these frameless cabinets. Now, and something else I wanted to show you, I noted on another video, anytime I'm doing an inset, that piece, any kind of a face frame, is always 7/8 of an inch thick, 7/8 deep, rather than the standard 3/4. Now the reason I do that is to ensure that I can get my doors and drawer fronts dead flush with the face frame or the, you know, whatever style or rail I've got on the cabinet. That also allows me to always use the same hinge. I always use the same bloom hinge on every job, almost without exception, and that really simplifies it for me. But that allows me, with a 3/4 inch thick door, that allows me to move my door up or back to get it dead flush with my face frame. And then I put this inside piece. You can see this interior piece that the hinge is mounted on. That sticks over 13/16 of an inch, and then that will give me a full overlay door with an 1/8 inch gap. So now something else I wanted to note. I like doing frameless cabinets, but it poses some challenges. One of the challenges is with no structure on the front, with no face frame, sometimes this plywood, the interior walls of the plywood, will warp a little bit. But on a frameless cabinet, it poses a challenge because when your doors and drawer fronts are overlaying on only a 3/4 inch piece, that piece has to be pretty straight. So getting it and keeping it straight can be a bit of a challenge. Now that's one reason I use these wide pieces between my doors and drawers. You can see them there, and they are locked down tight with pocket holes. But all those going across effectively from one end to the other, that will help keep everything nice and straight. And if it is, you know, say if that piece was out a little bit, all those other pieces will push them back. And then two, it's critical that back piece, your 1/4 inch back, it is critical that that piece is perfect. And I'll even make little, you can't see it now, but there's a square line there that I can follow when I'm stapling it. So it makes sure that that piece, that interior wall is dead straight. And then when I hang my doors, my drawer fronts, that stays straight, top to bottom. I would. So it takes a few minutes, but it's definitely worth doing it right. Because we're not just mass producing this stuff. We're wanting it to be a quality piece of furniture by the time you're done, or at least a nice cabinet, if not a piece of furniture. Good morning, you guys. Hope everything's going well. So it is Tuesday morning, and I'm gonna be putting the finishes on these two Briarcliff vanities. Now, you guys have seen the first one, white oak. What you probably haven't seen, unless you've seen it on Instagram, is the master bath vanity's little sister. That's the hallway, the guest bath. I built that yesterday, and let's see, yesterday and part of Friday. So as you can see, it's got it's just pretty basic. False drawer front, about 42 inches long. 2 doors. The doors have diamond panels. Those 2 diamond panels are going to be rattan, like a caning panel. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be finished black. And let me turn you around. You can see I got the little legs on it. These legs were going to be nickel to match the hardware, but then they asked if I could just spray it black to match the cabinet. The cabinet's going to be a satin black. Actually, Sherwin-Williams tricorn black is the official color. So yes. And then hopefully on Monday we're going to deliver these 2 guys and get them out of the shop. Hey you guys, how's everything going? So it's Thursday, it's hardware day. I'm putting on the hardware for all of these, or for these 2 vanities that are going out to the Briarcliff house on Monday morning. So I'm putting on the Bloom drawer slides right now, and this is the tip to open, or the touch to open drawer slides. Now these drawer slides are amazing. I love Bloom. I love every Bloom product. I use them exclusively. So let me show you what I've got going here. So this is the drawer bank where those 3 drawers go on the rift cut white oak vanity. So you can see the drawer slides here. Now these are the drawer slides that you buy if you don't want the soft close. I think it's the 562H, but I don't honestly remember. But what makes these tip to open, or touch to open rather, tip on, is this clip right here and this piece. So that comes in a separate kit. It goes in very easily. This clip, it just twists in. This clip here, it's got 3 slots on the bottom. It just, you push it in and slide it forward and it locks. And then the only other piece that comes in this kit is this little rubber piece that goes right there. Not real sure what that does, but that's part of it. So it goes together fairly quickly, and then you can see how it works. When you touch it, this mechanism shoots the drawer forward, and then it locks. And once you have it dialed in, it works amazingly. You can see here on this bottom one, you just touch it and it slides right open. And when it's got a little bit of weight in it, you know, a hair dryer and some different things, it works even better. Now these two big doors, they get these guys. These are touch to open as well. They're gonna screw in here on the side, same thing. When you touch the door, that little pin comes out and it kicks the door open for you. So no handles on this entire vanity. Okay, just a real quick update. I sprayed the primer on the guest bath vanity, pushed it back here in the corner to dry. Got these two door panels taken out of the press. They are ready to go. I cut the panels to the size they needed to be. The Rubio Monocoat Smoke came in yesterday, so I'm going to start on that right now. So hopefully, again, as I said, by Monday we'll be ready to deliver these guys.